Nothing is missing here. When you play bass and a melody, everything's there, and it's so easy to do. Playing guitar and making music doesn't need to be complicated all the time. By the way, my name is Florian. I've been obsessed with guitars since 2004 and I've been teaching since 2007. And now I'm regretting putting on this jumper here. Before I started recording, I felt a little cold, but now it's getting hot in here, but I'll stick with it. So here's what to expect. I'll show you what you can do with a simple E major scale in the low E string. And therefore, I'll show you the 2-2-1 pattern, which is a simple major scale pattern, simple major scale fingering, which you will never forget. So here's the major scale pattern. I start on the note E, which you'll find on the D string, 2nd fret. And then I'll play that note, and then 2 frets further, 2 frets again, 1 fret, hence the name 2-2-1 pattern. And this is everything you need to remember, because on the next string we repeat the same. This note, 2 frets, 2 frets again, and then 1 fret. It couldn't be any simpler. Now here's the cool thing. I think you say here's the kicker in English, but correct me if I'm wrong. No matter where you start this on the fretboard, from any given note, when you follow the pattern 2-2-1, it'll be a major scale. Now you start from the note F, you follow the pattern 2-2-1, it'll be the F major scale. You start from the note C, you follow the pattern 2-2-1, it'll be the C major scale. So how cool is that? You learn a very simple pattern and then you can play all the major scales there are. This is a huge advantage over other instruments. Now keep in mind, G and B string, this is a different distance than all other sets of strings, which means when you transition from the G to the B string, you need to add another fret. But again, this is easy because you'll hear it sounds off if you don't. So this application I call the retired snake. You can download the tabs down below. There are also the action steps you need to take in order to learn it, and my estimation of how difficult it is and how long it might take you. There's some extra tips, so there's a ton of value down there, so don't miss out. Now let me walk you through it, it won't take long. So I play the low E string, and then I start the scale, and I slide from the 2nd to the 3rd note of the scale. Then I revive the E string, 4th and 6th fret here I let ring into each other, then down the scale, same here, 6th and 8th fret I let ring into each other, and I'll land on the root note. And then I repeat this very same melody an octave higher, and as I said, you can play the pattern from any given note, which is what I do here. So I start on that E on the B string 5th fret, and I start here and play the melody again. Let these 2 ring, and these 2 again, the 9th and the 11th fret. And I think in the demo I just went down the scale. Now this is so cool. You got the 2-2-1 pattern, which is so hard to forget, and with which you can play all the major scales there are. I also showed you what is possible with a simple major scale and the low E string in the application, the retired snake. But eventually I want you to come up with your own melodies, which is pretty straightforward. You just revive the E string every now and then, and within the scale you look for melodies that you like. Now here's something personal. I'm very much looking forward to June 1st to 5th, because this is launch time for me. I've distilled down my experience of 17 years of teaching guitar into a training program. I call the program The Spark because it's meant to spark inspiration. It has 5 crystal clear stages and 24 milestones, and it brings you all the way from that beginner-ish stage all the way up to late intermediate. Now, if you feel like you haven't improved in a year and you're still in that beginner-ish stage, then this is for you. I'll open my doors from June 1st to 5th, but you can go now to highguitar.com and put your name on the waitlist. I can't wait to see you inside. In the meantime, enjoy this lesson here, and I'll see you in the next one.